Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. This is Trainings Productions here with another feature presentation. As you can see, I'm aboard an aircraft right now. I decided to take this lovely Saturday morning opportunity and fly up to Newark for the day to meet my buddy, so we go rail fanning at Bound Brook, New Jersey. About 5 minutes before pushback, I just found out the Q409 CSX had all three spirited units on it, which are the Spirit of the Armed Forces, Law Enforcement, and First Responders. So as you can see, the door is closing up on my first Boeing 757 trip, as I'm seated in row 31 seat Foxtrots on this Boeing 757. My reviews on this aircraft is really impressive. I'm just amazed at this aircraft. It took everything so well. My favorite part was that you didn't feel the zero gravity at all. What I mean by the zero gravity is every time you take off on an aircraft, about maybe 30 seconds, maybe up to 2 minutes, as we're start to level the plane a little bit, so that way we're not accelerating too fast. You can feel the aircraft kind of sink a bit as it tries to maintain its pitch, and you feel like your stomach is sinking just a bit. That's called zero gravity. On this aircraft, I didn't feel zero gravity at all, which I was very impressed about, just like the CRJ-700s. Those are the Boeing 757 and the CRJ-700s so far are my two favorite aircrafts because I don't feel that zero gravity effect at all. Not only that, the flight performance is just excellent. My reviews on the 757 are just wonderful. So like I said, our mission today is to fly this magnificent 757 up to Newark and go rail fanning at Bound Brook, New Jersey, and then we'll be flying back later on this evening on a brand new 737-8. When I mean brand new, I'll explain later on. So as we push back, we made on-time departure, but we actually did getting held up for takeoff due to excessive air traffic, so we had to wait for a break in the sky as we were waiting behind 7 aircrafts to be departed. This morning's departure will be on runway 1 center, as you can see, as we're about to turn around behind these 2 United aircrafts, waiting here at the de-icing pad here at Washington Dulles. As like I said, we departed from the gate early. We just gotta wait for takeoff clearance, so we had an additional 20 minutes. So this next clip, you'll see what I did for the next 20 minutes for entertainment, as yes, this aircraft does have TVs, and the audio works. The reason why I say the audio works is that on certain aircrafts, I guess the audio jacks are unavailable because they're most likely broken, or they're having wiring issues or anything like of the sort. So as we go ahead and pull into de-icing pad 1 sector 3, as we're getting ready to get our clearance, and the captain will actually make an announcement here, not on video, but as soon as we stopped, I turned off my camera. He made the announcement that we'll be waiting here for about 20 minutes. All the express aircrafts were clear because they're going in different directions. However, most of the aircrafts that were waiting were ones that are departing to the north to go actually to north instead of going to the east or going south or going west, as we wait here for clearance. And this is what I did for the next 20 minutes. I just watched Bob's Burgers on the TV, just because it was on. It was one of my favorite episodes, which they're all sledding. So, and then just another morning shot. So I'll go ahead and get off the mic here, and I'll explain what we'll do next, right in the middle of flying, and to tell you some other stories that happened during this flight. So I guess enjoy the takeoff view.
or water. Because we only have a few minutes in which to complete the service, we ask that if you would like to partake, please lower your tray table and have your drink selection in mind. We will do our best to serve everyone and apologize in advance if we cannot. We now invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy the service on today's flight. Let us know if there's anything we can do to make your flight more enjoyable.
Well, I hope you enjoyed this first flight, as I did. Believe it or not, this is the only time they have flown a 757 from Washington Dulles to Newark. The only reason that would happen is what's known as an overhaul flight, meaning they need to transport a specific aircraft to a different hub or destination, usually for like a longer flight, or the aircraft is needed for a certain flight, most likely a long distance. So that's why we're flying the biggest narrow-body aircraft from one hub to another, which happen to be right next to each other, because afterwards this plane will be going all the way to Orlando, which I have no idea why they're flying a 757 from Newark to Orlando, but it is what it is. If you ever want to, or if you ever have a chance to fly on, or have just time to fly United Airlines, and you want to fly on a wide body, your best place to do that is one of three places, which is Newark, Chicago, and San Francisco, which you'll have greater chances of doing that. So here in about a few minutes, actually right now, you want to see that Learjet that just flew right under us. So you see in the video that right before that happened, the wing went up and down, not left and right, but actually climbing and descending. As you can see, we're kind of climbing right now. The reason being for that is because that Learjet, our TCAS system activated, I believe that's what it's called, when you have other traffic near you. And we actually had to climb away from the Learjet. Now that Learjet was taken off from Teterboro, New Jersey. I guess it was just at the wrong time. But I don't know if you've seen the video, just right near that little, where the flaps are coming down, probably can't anymore, where that Learjet is. As we had to fly out this path, and we had to climb and then rapidly descend to get back to our flight path, or at least our glide slope. As you can see, our winglet, that little tan line that represents one of our colors, is pointing in the steep down direction, as we're kind of almost nosediving at a -2-degree pitch, so we can land on runway 22 left, I believe, for Newark, as they just did a runway change about 10 minutes before we landed. So we had to make some major adjustments to come around from the north to land towards the south. The landing was pretty smooth as well, as we fly right over Newark's Penn Station, over Secaucus, New Jersey, over the I-95 corridor. Yeah, the whole flight was just amazing. It didn't feel long at all. I only watched 2 episodes of Bob's Burgers before we began our descent, as I'll still continue to watch Bob's Burgers, but I'll just have my phone pretty much right on the window. So yeah, that's all I have to say about this flight, really. Like I said, I enjoyed flying on the Boeing 757. It was nice and smooth. You can feel the controls, which is pretty good, 'cause I don't like it when I feel the computers kicking out. I like it when we have the controls. You can see our shadow reflecting off of the subway yard for path here at Newark. As you can see, there's a river bridge right in the by the river. That's Penn Station right there, where my buddy's waiting for me. So I have to take New Jersey Transit all the way up to, from Liberty to Penn Station. We'll meet him, and then we're going to take the Raritan Valley line, excuse me, and then we'll be going to Bound Brook, New Jersey. So stay tuned for that as we fly over the city of Newark. As you can see, there is one of the freight trains that go on the I believe it's called the Conrail Shared Assets line, which shares CSX and Norfolk Southern. There's one of the yards right there. I forgot what yard that was, so please do not ask me. Thank you very much, and enjoy this touchdown.
and gentlemen, welcome to Newark's Liberty International Airport, 5 minutes ahead of schedule where the local time is 9:42 in the morning. Please remain seated with your seatbelts fastened and all items stowed until we're parked safely at the gate and the seatbelt sign has been turned off. Please be certain to check the seat pockets in front of you for your personal belongings and be careful when opening the overhead compartments. You are now free to use your mobile phones and small lightweight devices. For those of you who are continuing your travels here in Newark and are making connections, you have 3 ways in which you can find your gate information. You can ask an agent on the ground, check monitors located throughout the terminal, or your best bet yet is to check the United app for the latest and most up-to-date information. For those of you who are terminating your travels here in Newark and you have bags checked, you can claim your luggage on carousel number 7. For those of you who had your bags checked at the gate in Dulles, your bags will be in baggage claim at your final destination. So if Newark is your final destination, you can claim your luggage on carousel number 7 as well. On behalf of United Airlines, our Star Alliance partners, and especially your in-flight crew, thank you for flying the friendly skies with us today. We sincerely appreciate your business. We hope you had a pleasant experience and we look forward to welcoming you again on another United flight. We wish you a good day and safe travels to wherever your final destination may take you.
After being whiplashed around in that comet set, and I arrived in Newark, I only had about 3 minutes to grab my breakfast at McDonald's and run up to track 5 as close as I can. However, the conductor decided to close up the last doors and almost closed the rest on me But luckily, I was right there, so I was able to kick the door open and climb myself back in the train before it left. Here's my first video here at Bound Brook with a New Jersey set over at Conrail Shared, being pushed by a P-42 as all the rail fans greet themselves to my existence. As we go ahead and set up and wait for a few trains to come on the Conrail Shared assets here in Bound Brook, New Jersey.
In the flesh.
Yeah, exactly. So we have CSX Q409 coming with spirit units.
Right now?
Yeah, we should, yeah.
It's a container train.
That train came not even 5 minutes after my buddy and I arrived on New Jersey Transit, which was NS 212 going up to Croxton, New Jersey. Before Q409 showed up, I met a couple of the rail fanners who are local and were all waiting for Q409 with all three spirited units. I do apologize in advance, as there are a few foamers that you will see on and off camera, which you will also hear in the background, or you'll hear us yelling at them to get off the track, stop playing around, etc. What foamers do. So it does get quite annoying every so often when we have kids disrespecting railroad property and also being dangerous out on the railroad tracks. So I like to remind everyone that safety is the #1 most important item on anywhere that you do, or any kind of rail fanning that you do, because your times around the track could be your last time, and also that police are out and watching everybody very closely as they were here. They did not come over and talk to us, however, because I guess everyone knows the police, and the police know all the rail fanners, so I guess there's a mutual relationship between everybody. But again, I would like to remind everybody that safety is #1 out here on the railroad, so you should not trespass at all just to get a certain shot you want at all. And I do take that very serious out here on the railroad, especially for all the foamers who like to trespass or just horseplay when they really shouldn't around the tracks. And it does kind of upset me a bit that I do have to witness all the stuff that's happening, all for just locomotives that are just painted differently and so forth. But I'm not going to get into that and all. So I do apologize for all the foamers that you'll be hearing and seeing in these upcoming clips. But in the meantime, here comes Q409, the train we were all waiting for.
Total axle 478. Speed 47 out.
Q49, no defects, Middlesex out.
I got a couple of shots, so they're probably all bad because they're on people.
It is a yeah, it is.
This is not splitting off.
my friend's dad met up with us, and we went out to lunch. We also missed 4 freight trains that came by. It was pretty much dead throughout the afternoon, so we decided to fan New Jersey Transit here at Bound Brook for the meantime, until it was time for me to head back to the airport. We got the same transits and the same concepts that were coming through. It seems that on the weekends, the Raritan Valley train will meet here at the exact same time, which will be about the half an hour between the hour. So, yeah, like I said, in the meantime, we're all just railfan New Jersey Transit until it's time for me to head home. So enjoy these last few clips of New Jersey Transit.
That's a trip. Not all of them at the same time.
After a nice day at Bound Brook, New Jersey, it was time for me to head home on my Boeing 737-800 series for United Airlines. I was also flying in the new livery that had TV upgrades, so I did have TV access. However, the lady who was sitting next to me accidentally broke my armrest in the place where the audio jack is, so I could not plug in my audio correctly. So I was watching Bob's Burgers once again on my phone while I was flying, as well as watching the college football game. I forgot what team it was exactly. So, but yeah, it was a nice short little flight. As you can see, this Boeing 7710 United was taking off, going to, I believe it was Tel Aviv, from New York Liberty. As it will go ahead and clear us as soon as this plane makes a right-hand turn going north, so that way it could follow what I like to call Red Route 1. I'll explain in another video what Red Route 1 is in aviation terms, which are, like, I guess my private terms that I like to use to describe routes. But in the meantime, enjoy the flight home. Thank you all for watching.
comfortably seated until the seatbelt sign has been turned off. Once the captain has turned the sign off, that's your indication that it's safe to get out of your seat. You can now use your phones and other small devices. Please check your seatback pocket and area around your seat to make sure you have all your belongings before you leave the aircraft. And be careful when opening those overhead bins. On behalf of the entire crew tonight, thank you for choosing to fly with United. We truly appreciate your business. We hope to see you again soon.
A very special thanks to my buddy Kirk, who was kind enough to meet up with me at Newark Penn and show me all the wonders of Bound Brook, New Jersey, as that's one of the places I want to discover, and for giving me the heads up on Q409 with all 3 Spirited units for CSX. Ironically, I had to fly all the way to New Jersey just to see them, even though they came into my territory in Baltimore for the last few months, but I was unable to work. So a special shout out to Kirk. Thank you, buddy, and I look forward to fanning with you and meeting up another time. And to everybody else who showed up in New Jersey at Bound Brook, it was so nice meeting every one of you, and thank you for a wonderful time I had. And I highly recommend going back to Bound Brook, New Jersey, as I'm going to try to head back up there and do a little bit of planning right before the holidays kick in, so I get a couple more flying times before I'll be able to get bumped off every flight due to the holidays. So thank you guys for watching. Please like, subscribe, and go ahead and share my videos to others who may be interested in certain content. I'll be traveling a lot more, so I'm going to make a huge video soon. It's going to be around the world with Train X Productions. It's not going to be around the world, but it'll be around the United States. I'm going to fly to many different places of railfan wonders where I can access easily next to the airports. And once again, I'd like to thank everybody for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I will subscribe back, especially if you are not a robot and all that such. And go ahead and share my videos if you think others will enjoy the content, and I do appreciate it. Thank you for flying with us on United today and rail fanning with us. This is Train X Productions. Thanks for flying.